Hello students, with regard to the contract of indemnity and guarantee, we're going to discuss a case study today, which Institute asked in its MTP, that is mock test paper of May 2021, but for the old course IPCC. So I have picked from there. So this is a case study. Let's go into that. In our course, obviously, 30% of the exam is objective MCQ, and in the MCQ part, we get the question in the case study manner also. Read the case study and certain MCQs will be asked. Let's check it out. Miss Ria is working as an accountant in a hospital for the last 1 year. She has done her post-graduation in commerce and gained knowledge in accounting by working under a reputed CA firm. She has appreciated many a times for her dedication towards the work in the hospital by Mr. Sharad. See, how to attempt the case study in the exam. When you are reading the case study, firstly check out its size. Normally what happens, sometimes the case study may run into 2 or 3 pages of the question paper. What may happen, while turning over the pages, you're gonna lose the connect with the previous paragraphs. So always remember, you may attempt the case study in paragraph manner, means read one paragraph and check out, is there any question on that? So firstly check out the size of the case study. Like over here, it's a quite small size. You can see in one page we can cover up. So here you shall not go into the questions firstly, because what may happen, you'll be coming again back to the paragraphs to make coordination with the case study. So if it is small, read the entire. Otherwise, if it is big, let's say this is one paragraph, then read it and attempt the MCQ. So this is, you must learn. Regarding the MCQ booklet issued by the Institute, already all the case studies are sold by me, and lectures on it are available on YouTube. You may watch from there. Now check out. Ria's father is a heart patient, and recently he had to go an open heart surgery. This required a huge amount, and Ria is only the working member, so she is not having enough money. She is working at the hospital, so head of the account, who is Mr. Sharad, is ready to help Ria with the estimated amount of operation, which is gonna be 2 lakhs. So that means it's a case study on contract of guarantee, right? So 2 lakh is the amount. However, he has asked Ria to bring what? 3 sureties for the same. Now, Miss Ria contacted her 3 college friends, Shagun, Pooja and Disha. So see, how much money she's gonna need? 2 lakh, right? There are 3 sureties because creditor asked for. And Ria explained her problem and requested to be surety. Miss Shagun agreed to be surety for 1 lakh, right? Then Pooja for 2 lakh, Disha for 4 lakh. Now that will turn out to be 7 lakh. But see, what is the principal amount? The principal amount is 2 lakh. And remember, we do section 146, the liability of the sureties is in equal ratio unless contrary provided. And under section 147, what we study? We study they are liable in different sums, because this is different sums. They are liable in different sums, but up to the principal involved, up to that amount, up to their individual limits, they are gonna be liable equally. Means while attempting the question, we'll go into this part. Just check out. Now, what happened? Miss Ria agrees to pay Mr. Sharad principal and interest at the rate of 6% after 6 months. Legal contract was entered by the parties. After the operation, the bill instead of 2 lakh was settled for 3 lakh. Now what about 1 lakh? Miss Ria contacted again Mr. Sharad and asked for more help, and he agreed to give 1 lakh more. Mr. Sharad, looking at her situation, extended the limit to 3 lakh with the same sureties. Further also, Miss Ria asked Mr. Sharad to do favor by extending the time period, because the earlier time period was 6 months. Now we study over here section 135. If compounding is made by PD with creditor, means time of performance is extended without the consent of surety, the surety will discharge. Now, Mr. Sharad recommended for extension of time from the management. Now the questions are there, and we have to apply our mind. Suppose Miss Ria defaults and is not able to pay anything. What shall be the liability of Shagun, Pooja and Disha? As I said, their liability will be, because the total amount was what? Rather than 2 lakh, it is 3 lakh. Now let's not go into whether the contract is valid or not by reading the paragraph. Don't make your mind. Just answer the question asked. What he says, she defaults, and what is the liability of surety. You shall not think about that. The surety are not liable because the contract is invalid now. Why? Because the time is extended. The terms of the contract are changed as per section 133. Don't think that way. Simply attempt the question over here. So the total amount is 3 lakh and they are gonna be liable in what? Equal ratio. That is section 147. Even if their the amount they have guaranteed is in a different manner, 1, 4, 2 and 4, but as the amount is 3 lakh, you are not going to divide the amount in this ratio of 1:2:4, because 147 says it is to be divisible in equal ratio, because this is their limit, maximum limit. In the second question, what it says, the surety's right of subrogation. See, firstly you must know subrogation. Subrogation we do under section 140, whereby we say the moment PD defaults and the surety has to pay to creditor, the surety now becomes creditor for PD. He steps into his shoes. So obviously, the surety's right of subrogation is gonna be against what? Miss Ria, because Miss Ria is what? The PD. Section 140. Third question, examine on the validity of the holding of liabilities of these 3 co-sureties in the given scenario with respect to the credit limit of 3 lakh. Now such kind of questions, there are certain questions where you have to go into each and every option. Like here, I knew the answer gonna be D. I knew over here 3 lakh was the liability, it is in equal ratio 1:1. I can prima facie find out the answer. But there are certain questions you have to work to find out what will be the correct answer, because it's not a direct. What it says, the validity of the holding of liabilities of the co-sureties with respect to credit limit of 3 lakh. Now see, as here is no change in the liability time limit fixed, they will be bound for their liabilities. We have seen it. The contract was for 6 months, the time is extended. So this we know is gonna be wrong. Secondly, they will be discharged on account of no knowledge to them about the enhanced limit of 3 lakh. We may say this is the correct one because they are not aware the limit is enhanced. So it may. So do not select the option straightway. It may, because there may be something better option. So sometimes what happens, you find all the 4 options are correct. So you have to find which one is much better one, much fitter. Now going to C option. They will be discharged due to variance. Now see, this is straightway we study under section 133. Discharge of surety due to variance in terms of contract, because earlier the loan amount was 2 lakh, now it's what? 3 lakh. So see, we knew it, B is correct, but better one is what? C, right? Because it is without the surety's consent. They will be discharged on account of extending time for payment. Even this is the correct answer, see, because the time is extended. So this is section 135. So here you get the problem. Is B gonna be right or D gonna be the correct answer? But remember, going to the extension of time, what Mr. Sharad, the creditor, said, Mr. Sharad recommended for extension of time from the management. He has recommended. So still the time is not extended. Now this is what you have to take care in the exam. 3 options sounding perfect, but the correct answer is option number C. The better option is option number C. Thank you.